Who here loves Tex-Mex? Kind of a silly question, right? I know I do, and I love it even more now that I've heard and learned the story behind it. With me this morning is Chef Adon Medrano, an executive producer of the documentary Truly Texas Mexican, and Chef Sylvia Casares, owner of Sylvia's Enchilada Kitchen. Thank you both for coming in. For people not
Comida casera, home cooking of the Mexican-American families who have lived in Texas for 15,000 years. That's a long time.
Yes.
And it's home cooking. So we call it Texas Mexican because you'll see the way Chef Sylvia does the enchiladas. It's the way our grandmothers and great-grandmothers cooked it. So that's the difference between Tex-Mex and Texas Mexican. It's nuanced flavors, bright flavors, and not too much cheese.
Not too much cheese.
Yes,
I know. We're going to get to that in just a moment.
Yeah.
One of our producers talks about that all the time. I want to ask you, I love spice, and I smell a hint of something hot. What is that?
There's a chile there.
That's
Although it's not a really spicy one, but it's packed with flavor and, of course, rich colors.
You can smell that flavor. It's very, very, very fragrant. Okay, I know you touched upon this. Let's talk a little bit about the upcoming panel, the Native American Roots of Texas Mexican Food.
Thank you, thank you. I would like to invite everyone to the panel. Chef Sylvia Casares will be there along with 3 food scholars, archaeology, anthropology, and food studies. And we're going to show scenes from a major motion picture that has won major awards. It was picked up by Amazon.com, and I think you're showing some scenes from it now. It's called Truly Texas Mexican. And the scholars are going to be talking about the food, and Chef Casares and 10 other chefs from across the state of Texas are going to be present. And the question and answer session will be very vibrant because everyone will get to really ask the questions about what are the roots of this food that Chef Casares will cook today. Oh, I see you're showing some, see the molcajete?
You know, I love that we're having this conversation on the Friday before Mother's Day because I feel like a lot of moms and grandmoms are wrapped up in these roots, this culture, this heritage, the tradition, and that's really beautiful to be having that conversation today. Did you, watching this video, was this filmed throughout the state of Texas? Where did you film this?
It's the first time that the South Texas, the Rio Grande Valley, Houston, San Antonio, McAllen, Brownsville, Corpus Christi, so all the really South Texas and Houston and San Antonio were featured. And we do the landscape and then the chiles. But I think Chef Casares will be able to speak to the chiles because really what we're doing here is in the panel, when you come 6 o'clock Saturday, May 20th, is you'll have a chance to really understand what this food is and that it has a 15,000-year history. And but that's your grandmother's food, so you should...
Yes, tell us all about it.
Well, it starts with this.
And this is what I smell.
This is what you're smelling. This is called chile guajillo. There's, of course, a lot of varieties and versions of chiles. This is not one of the hottest chiles. That's on the lower end, but it's packed with flavor. I like to say I have a cooking school at my restaurant. I teach classes once or twice a month, depending on the schedule.
How awesome is that?
Yeah, and so I always say that this is the heart and soul of Sylvia's. Because this is a basic ingredient that we do to spice all of our tortillas. The reason an enchilada is called an enchilada is because we take this chile, for example, and this is a very labor-intensive process. And we have to open it up, and we have to get rid of the
seeds.
The seeds. Not every single one, but the majority of them. So, and then these are put in hot water and cooked for a little while, and then softened, hydrated. So they're very. So then we put them after this with some water, and we puree them, pass it through a blender, and then we end up with this beautiful red sauce.
There's nothing else in this red sauce.
That's it. It's just this. Very natural. That's it.
It's
okay.
amazing.
Yes.
It
and so this. And
it
so,
does.
And so this particular sauce then is prepared, you know, a day or two before you actually eat the enchilada in my restaurant. The day before, typically we will take these tortillas, which are these, plain.
Also homemade.
Yeah, actually these are store-bought, and the reason we use machine made, not store bought. Machine made is because I want them thin. I don't like a thick corn tortilla.
And you're never guaranteed the thickness.
Yeah, so these are, I want them thin so they don't overwhelm. And so these are stored overnight and then in the morning, so they're kind of, it's sort of marinating the tortilla.
Soaking in the flavor.
The flavor's coming in. And so then this is what we work with. The following day, they come out of the cooler. They're held in huge Tupperwares.
Yeah.
And then we bring them out and we pass them very quickly through oil to make them pliable, because corn tortillas are very fragile. That's just corn flour and water. So they'll break. So we pass them very quickly through hot oil and stack them like this and get ready. Then comes the order, and we do 20 different enchiladas.
Amazing.
So there's lots of different fillings. Today I just brought a very classic, basic cheddar cheese, you know, which is an American style cheese.
I was just going to get onto this, and that is, our producer says this all the time, enough with the cheese, enough with the cheese.
Yes.
What does that mean? Help me understand.
Yes.
They asked me in the movie, they asked me, what does Tex-Mex mean? And I say there are two types of meanings for Tex-Mex. One is Texas Mexican, which is what Chef Casares does, and then there's the Tex-Mex, which is a different version style, which I love. Many people love, which is lots of cheese, everything with cheese, and in the
Drowning
movie,
in cheese.
drowning in
Smothered.
movie. And that comes from the movie. So in the movie, I look to the camera and I say, enough with the cheese.
Enough. Enough.
But you'll see here, that's where that comes from. It comes from the movie. I hope you all watch it. But you'll see that that's not the case here.
Yeah, so this is with fillings. We do ground beef, we do fajita, we do pork, we do, you know, chicken in every. But today, just for simplicity, I brought just the American, or the cheddar cheese.
Okay.
And so, so when your order comes in the kitchen, we have these tortillas that have been marinated, passed through hot oil, and then we fill them and roll them. And I'll just go do another one so she won't be lonesome. And yeah, and we it's always better with two. And we go ahead and roll them, and then sauce them. So here goes the and this is a beef-based iconic sauce of Texas. And we sauce them, and they go in the oven, and we bake them. We do not salamander them, which means boil them.
Okay.
We actually bake them, and
move my
so they
out of the way.
So they come out steaming hot, and then guess what? We garnish it with a little bit of cheese.
A little more cheese, right?
It's just a teeny bit.
It's not drowned in cheese.
It's
it's just
smothered.
No, it's a lot of it is eye appeal.
I was just going to say it's the aesthetic. It's the look, right?
It's the eye appeal. But we're not relying on cheese for flavor.
Okay.
The flavor is in the sauce.
Yes.
And
I can tell you, I can smell the flavor in the studio.
Doesn't it smell wonderful?
It smells wonderful.
Yes.
Amazing.
That's what we will be talking about on Saturday.
Okay, for people watching and listening right now, if they want to participate in that panel, how can they go about registering? Where can they go for more information?
The website is mecca-houston.org. That's MECA-Houston.org. If you click that all the information, and you can register. It's free. The theater holds enough 250 people. We expect it to be full, but there are free tickets available now, but you do have to register. And the theme of the panel is this molcajete. Let me go about this because it goes along with the chile. Before blenders, we used to take this chile, put it in the molcajete, and grind it. But now we use a blender in the restaurants.
Yeah.
So if you can see the ingredients in this molcajete, this is volcanic rock, and when you first get it, you have to cure it. You take rice, a teaspoonful of rice, and you mash it. It'll turn gray. Throw it away. Do it over and over until the rice turns white.
Oh, wow.
Then your molcajete is cured. All the volcanic dust is gone. So in here, if you can see,
You have some garlic, pepper.
Black pepper, and cumin.
Okay.
This is the signal hallmark flavor of Texas Mexican food, comida casera, wouldn't you say?
I call it the Texas Trinity.
The Texas
That's
Trinity.
the heart, that's the center, that's the beat, the pulse.
Isn't it?
Yes, and it goes in this.
It's in here.
It goes in rice.
It goes in everything.
It goes in everything.
It's in all the above.
So no other region has this Trinity. Only we do. And what you do is, I hope
Lucky
this is,
for us.
I hope this is not too loud.
No, listen. I actually think we're running out of time, so as you continue to do this, we gave the information for folks on where they can go for the panel. If people want to enjoy your food, where can they go?
To Sylvia's Enchiladas Kitchen, Woodway near Voss, and in the Energy Quarter, Eldridge near Memorial. And we've been around since 1998, so about 25 years.
Wow.
So
congratulations
yes,
to you.
thank you.
Sylvia, Adon, thank you so much for coming in this
Thank
morning.
you.
We do appreciate it. We'll be sure to put all of this information on our website.
Appreciate you.
clicktohouston.com.